New Rock from Papa Roach, Kill the Noise on 104.9 The Morning X, 9:12. It's Kev. Michael Palmenderi's here. What's up, Michael?
What's going on?
Michael! What's up, dude?
Dude, I totally forgot about that. I'm so glad you reminded me with that.
Every time I see you, I think of the Jackson 5 movie and the Jackson 5 dad just yelling, Michael!
I remember growing up watching that movie on VH1 because it was on like every single weekend. The story of the Jackson 5. Oh my gosh. Michael! Who put the towels in the pool? He finds a towel in the swimming pool and decides it's beating time. Yeah.
Because there's a towel in the pool. Who did it?
Yeah, it's like, I'm going to discipline my kids by having them move these bricks from one side of the yard to the other, and then after that, y'all got to practice your music.
Yeah, go dance.
Yeah, go dance for me. Michael!
So every time I see you, that's what I think. Michael!
I'm glad that every time you see me, you think of the Jackson 5 story.
Yeah, that's it.
That makes sense.
Just by name alone, that's all.
Yeah, exactly. And I had 4 other siblings at one time, and we were all a music group, so it makes sense.
Yeah, it was the Palmenderi 7.
That's not how you add. That's not, 1 and 4 is not 7. It's 5.
Right. Okay. Good. How you doing, man? Welcome back.
I'm great. Thanks for having me back.
Friend of the show, Michael Palmenderi.
Friend of the show, man. You have no idea how excited I am to be a friend of the show.
And we're happy to have you. We got something going on this weekend, and again, shameless self promotion because I'm on this comedy show with you.
Dude, I never have a problem shamelessly promoting anything I'm doing.
See, but you're on as the guest to promote the show that you're doing, and that's different. But as the host of the show, myself, I'm like conflict of interest, right? But right. I don't care.
Yeah, no, who could? I don't care. I don't care.
I don't have journalistic integrity.
Well, you know me. I just really like attention. So if you're like, hey, you want to come be on the show? I'll be like, yeah, absolutely.
Dude, you don't get into the businesses that we're in because you don't want attention.
Yeah, I haven't been performing my entire life because I'm shy and, you know, just don't want any. I'm going to be the guy in the corner at parties. Well, I never get invited to parties, but nonetheless.
It's amazing to me how many famous performers have horrible stage fright, though.
Well, a lot of performers are actually surprisingly very introverted. Like, I actually just watched Bo Burnham's special, his first one, the other night. I was so amazed by it. He was only 22 at the time, which made me jealous and happy at the same time. I'm like, you're 22 and you did that? But I mean, I thought what he did was incredible. And it's just like, wow, you really understand that. He gets it. You know what I'm saying? Like, he gets it.
You're that young and you're doing a comedy special. It's just, it's unfathomable because my first set I was 26.
Okay.
You know, like that was my first set.
Okay.
He's already at the point where he's doing specials at age 22.
Right.
You think about Eddie Murphy, Delirious. He was 23 years old.
Right. Well, he got onto Saturday Night Live when he was like 19.
Yeah.
You know, so I look at that and I'm like, oh, okay, well, at the ripe age of 35, I'm, on my way. We'll be there soon.
Yeah.
We'll be there soon.
Do you remember your first time on stage?
Oh, dude. Yeah. I remember my first time on stage. It was like, I was like 20 years old, I think. I think I just turned 20. So it was a while ago. And I remember there was this comedy club out in Oak Lawn, Illinois, one of the suburbs. It was called Sinise's Barrel of Laughs.
I remember.
Which is long since gone, unfortunately. But I remember this place is like 2.5 hours from here, maybe 2 hours. But because I got lost and didn't know where I was going, it took me like 3. But I didn't know how to get. This is like before GPS. Remember MapQuest?
Oh yeah, printed out directions.
I printed it out. I went like the MapQuest. Like they were so detailed on like driving instructions. It was like back out of your driveway. I'm like, I understand that much. Remember, it took me like 3 hours to get there. I got lost. I had to stop at a gas station to ask for directions. I got there. The host was already up on stage doing a set. I was freaking out because I wasn't there on time. And then when the host got off the stage, I went up to him. I was like, hey, my name's Michael. Like, I'm so sorry I'm late. And he's like, I'll just put you up last. I was like, no problem.
Great.
Every comic got 10 minutes, which I thought would have been cool. But as soon as I heard the first comic go up, I went, oh, this is going to be a really long night.
Yeah.
And of course, the guy who went up right before me was like this national headlining comedian who just crushed it. The table in front of him was all of his family and friends. Like his crowd work was incredible. And then little old me goes up afterwards, but the host, who was already so drunk at that point, is like, all right, we got one comic left for you tonight. He was running late. Listen, guy, he looked right at me. I'm sitting like right in front. He looked right at me. He's like, hey, man, I don't know how to pronounce your last name, so just come up here and do it yourself. So I walk up to Crickets.
Oh, no.
Which was, the sound from the audience from my entire set, of course.
Sure.
And I go up there. I was like, hey, my name is Michael Palmenderi. It's Italian. That being my first joke, and I thought just saying that I was Italian would get a laugh. Like, he's Italian. Yeah, that's hilarious.
That's a setup, right?
Right. It's
usually follow that up with the funny part. Yeah.
Yeah. There was no funny. There was no funny that night, unfortunately. But then I got off the stage. The best part about it, though, is the host. He goes around the room to the comics, and he's like, "Okay, rate yourself. How do you think you did on your set? 1 out of 10." And of course, some guys are like 10, 10, 10. And he gets to me, he's like, what'd you think, guy? And I go, well, I think I got maybe 2 chuckles on a couple of jokes, so I'm going to say 2 out of 10. He's like, you let us be the judge of what got laughs and what didn't. And, of course, everybody laughed. I'm like, you asked me to be my own judge.
Yeah, that's he set you up for that.
Yeah, thanks, Caesar. Thumbs up or thumbs down.
Was that Bill Brady?
No, he wasn't there. It was some other guy, but I met him, and he came in and did a lot of stuff. And, well, you know who Ken Gar is, right?
Oh, yeah.
That's where I first saw Ken Gar, who is still one of my favorite comics today.
Ken Gar, and we're running out of time for this segment, so we're going to move on soon. But Ken Gar was the first comic I saw at my first real open mic.
Right.
Like, I signed up to go up, and I saw Ken Gar go up before me, and then I said, I'm not going up.
Yeah.
I actually bailed that night and then went back later. Right now, we have to do the tool of the day.
That guy's a tool. You're a tool.
Tool of the day. As always, a tool of the day powered by Retool of Rockford. They buy, they sell, and trade tools. And we make fun of tools. But in our case, it's idiots, morons, jerk-offs, jagbags, however you want to put it.
That's a good collection of names for him.
This guy comes from Florida today. Oh, no, it's not Florida. I'm just used to it being Florida. We're going to Altoona, Pennsylvania. Last Sunday, 51-year-old guy named Anthony Towles worked at a Five Guys in Pennsylvania there. Five Guys Burgers and Fries. And one of his coworkers came up and told him, you're not working hard enough. You need to step it up. Now, what would you do in that situation? First thought, number one, is you either say, hey, man, I'm trying my hardest. Right?
Right.
Or, what would you say?
I'd be like, well, what about the other 4 guys? They're not doing anything. Why don't you get them to do some work and have them work on some daily beautification lists here?
Right, so Michael goes the humor route. Very funny, by the way. He goes the humor route. Or you could say, or defend yourself a little bit and say, hey, I'm working hard enough. Or you could say, I'm sorry, I'll step it up. Like a professional, right? What does this guy do? He decides, instead of all that, he decides to stab the guy in the head with a pen.
What? He stabbed the guy in the head with a pen?
Yeah, they got arguing. They went outside into the parking lot, and he pulled a pen out of his sock, prison shank style.
Why is he holding pens and socks?
Right. Why does he have that?
Yeah, he's like, oh, you want to go at it? Let me pull my Bic out of my sock here.
Yeah. So he pulls the pen out of the sock, stabs the guy right in the side of his head, right behind his ear. Just gives him like a gash. It didn't go in, but that guy's going to be okay. But, Anthony here's arrested. He's off to tool jail for felony charges for aggravated assault with an attempt to cause serious bodily injury.
Well,
because those uniballs are...
well, if he stabbed a guy with a pen, I think he's going to be perfectly fine in prison.
They do a different kind of stabbing there.
Yeah, exactly.
Don't be a tool like this, fool, but the right tool for your job is at Retool of Rockford. They're on East State Street. Go in, say hi to Dave, tell him the Morning X sent you, and go to rockfordretool.com.
You're listening to Kev.
Think that makes you cool with the cool kids in school, Fred?
On the Morning X.
It's Morning X at 9:35. We are powered by Expert Electronics, your car audio and tint headquarters. Michael, I really have to hit the N in the word tint, because I was told at one point I was leaving it out, and if you do the math there, it's another word.
If you do the math there, you'll probably come up with 7 instead of the correct number.
All right. That's a callback to earlier when I definitely did poor math. Michael Palmenderi is here. We're doing a show, man.
Yes, we are. We're doing a show. We're doing a show tomorrow night. For the listeners, if you are interested in seeing the show, which you should, it is at Hope and Anchor Pub. The show is at 8 p.m. It is a $5 cover. That $5 cover will actually be added to your bill at the end of the night. I would highly suggest you to call Hope and Anchor Pub to reserve a table, reserve some seats, because they do fill up really quickly. So call Hope and Anchor during their normal business hours. Their number is follows: 815-633-2552. Again, the number is 815-633-2552. Again, 8 p.m., $5 cover. The show is being brought to you by Fats Productions Presents. And if you want to know where live comedy is happening in the state line, please go on to Facebook. Follow Fats Productions Presents. That's F as in Frank, A as in Apple, T as in Tom, S as in Sam. I had to get that out of there because some people were like, what is it called? Fats Productions Presents. Follow our events because we're bringing live comedy, live quality comedy, in my opinion, to the state line every month. And we're doing shows pretty much every weekend.
I was going to spell it with a PH, so, you know.
That's what I always want to do, because Pretty Hot and Tempting Productions presents.
Precisely. But yeah, this is the first stand-up comedy show you and I have been on together.
Yes. And I'm excited about this because I saw you performing last weekend at CG's Comedy Club out in Bolingbrook, and you crushed it, dude. You absolutely crushed it. I'm excited to do this show with you. We have a great lineup. I'm not just saying that because I'm biased because we're on it, but the lineup is as follows. I'm hosting the night, and then we have 2 guest features. One of my favorite comics, one of my close buddies, Scott Galvin. And then, of course, the other guest feature is the man sitting across from me right now, the host of the morning radio show 104.9 The X, Kevin Wood.
Okay.
And then
I don't use my real name on the air. That's fine. Now everybody knows.
So you weren't saying it for a long time, what your name was?
Not my last name, but it's fine. I think I might have said it before.
Well, okay, I'm sorry. I blew your cover here.
Now I'm going to get canceled because they're going to find all my old stuff and they're going to go through the whole rigmarole and I'm going to get canceled. But,
well, your last name is actually spelled W-O-U-L-D,
right.
So Kevin would do this, but he's not. But then also to finish out the night, we have our main feature, Lauren Vino, and then we have our headliner, who in my opinion is one of the best comics working today, Adam Burke.
Adam Burke is great. Where is he? Is he Irish? Australian? What's his accent?
Irish. He's from
Irish.
Ireland.
Okay.
Which, those of you that listen to NPR, he does a lot of panel on that as well. But please come check out the show. I mean, we've all been stuck inside from the pandemic for so long. So please come out, check out some live comedy. It's going to be a fantastic show. Again, 8 p.m., $5 cover. Call Hope and Anchor to reserve a table.
It's a very British sounding club.
Yes.
Very British.
Oh,
Hope
gosh.
and Anchor.
You got to look at their menu, which their menu is fantastic. It's such good food. I always eat there before the shows. But
they got fish and chips, right?
Yeah. Oh, of course. You can't have an English pub without having fish and chips.
You must. It's a must. It's like having a Burger King without the Big Mac.
Exactly. Well, anytime I go to Burger King,
it's the Whopper.
Wait, you just got the 2 places wrong. The Big Mac.
It's the Whopper.
Is from McDonald's.
I quit.
All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'll be taking over the morning radio show at 104.9 The X. You can listen to Michael in the Morning.
If you don't call it Michael on the mic, you're fired.
I should. Yeah. Oh my gosh, it's even better. Well, you know what? I'll tell you what, Kevin. I'll have you on as a guest from time to time if you have anything you want to plug.
Oh, great. Thank you.
You're welcome.
More with Michael Palmenderi soon.
The Real Report on the Morning X.
Am I even on? There we go. It's a Real Rock Report, powered by Oscar's Pub and Grill and Jack's Pub. And with the report, as always, is Lou.
Ghost Papa Emeritus 4. He's now a character that you can play in Iron Maiden's Legacy of the Beast game. You can log into the game, rack up points to access the character. He's going to be playable until November 14th. Metallica, they posted another video of their performance for Who the Bell Tolls. For whom the bell tolls. I can't talk. You can't turn a mic on and I can't talk, Kev.
It's fine.
From the Aftershock Festival, Metallica is also raffling off an all-black Mercedes AMG GT Stealth Edition to raise money for their All Within My Hands Foundation. If you want to take a crack at that, head to omaze.com/winastealth to enter. And new rock out this weekend, Dead School of Thought. Also, Ice Nine Kills, The Silver Scream 2, Welcome to Horrorwood. That includes A Single Rainy Day. And Tom Morello's The Atlas Underground Fire. That includes collaborations with Bring Me the Horizon, Eddie Vedder, and a ton more. That's your Real Rock Report, powered by Oscar's Pub and Grill on East State and Jack's Pub in North Perryville. Both open at 11 a.m., setting you up with 450 Captain Morgan, Tito's, Jameson, and Screwball every day, plus 350 house wines and happy hour specials on apps every weekday, 4 to 6.
Thanks, Lou.
You got it, man.
57 degrees, the high for today. That's it. October's here. We just got to deal with it. And clear skies overnight into the 60s all weekend with some sunshine. Full forecast at thexrockford.com from 13 WREX, your weather authority. And Michael Palmenderi still here.
I'm still here.
Hanging, man. What's up?
Oh, man. Just getting ready for that show tomorrow night that we're doing. Listen to the Rock Report.
We're going to be out at Hope and Anchor.
Heck yeah, we are. Hope and Anchor, English Pub. Please come check it out. 8 p.m., $5 cover. Again, Fats Productions presents. Follow us on Facebook, please.
Michael Palmenderi, of course, great actor as well as a comedian.
Oh, thanks, buddy.
Definitely, we had him in Little Shop of Horrors.
Right.
And, off to the side, he does some stand-up there. You're doing some of your little skits this weekend?
You're doing some skits? Yeah. When people see me do skits, they're like, yeah, let's just put them off to the side.
I have an idea for a joke for you.
Yeah. How about you put that in one of your comedy skits? Right? Yeah, anytime I'm around somebody and something funny happens, I put that in one of your comedy skits. I love it when people are like, oh, you got to put that in your show. It's just like, why would you think that I would want to talk about you in my show? Like, I'll talk about myself. I know what's going into my act, folks. Trust me.
Oh, yeah. People at work sometimes be like, I bet I'm all over your comedy. Like, I bet you have a ton of jokes about me. I'm like, no, I don't think about you that much.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, don't flatter yourself.
Actually, it's a big fat zero.
Yeah, exactly. How about you come see one of my shows and you'll find out that there is zero material about you.
How about this one? Can you tell me a joke right now?
Oh, I was just going to say,
that's cringeworthy.
You're a comic, tell me a joke. It's like, no, I'm not going to do that for you.
I have a go-to joke that I tell when they ask me that.
What's that?
And it makes them not ask anymore.
What's that?
It's pretty much, it goes like this. I make them think I'm doing one thing, and I misdirect them. It goes like this. Why was 6 afraid of 7? Because 7 murdered 6's whole family. And they're like, that's pretty dark. I'm not going to ask again.
I'm glad. I like the fact that when you finally get numbers correct, it has to do with murder.
Yeah. Earlier, I had a little bit of an adding problem on the air, and he's still giving me crap about it.
Dude, you're never going to live that down. Okay.
He says, me and 4 other guys. I'm like, oh, it's like the Palmenderi 7.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I got 6 other siblings out there somewhere I don't know about, and we're still waiting to create a musical act together as my dad yells at me. My Sicilian father just yells at me in the backyard for not moving the bricks in the right spot. Michael! No, for my dad, like, hey, Michael, you gotta move the brick. My dad's not even from Sicily. That's just how I make him sound. He's from Rockford.
You make him sound like Super Mario.
I know. Well, yeah, he does. He was a plumber and he wears overalls, so it makes sense.
It fits.
People are mad that Chris Pratt is not Italian enough to play the voice of Super Mario in the upcoming movie.
Is he even Italian at all? Pratt's not Italian.
Yeah, right. Pratt's not at all.
Does it matter if
What's
he's Italian?
Mario's real last name?
Mario. Their names are Mario. So
and
it's
Luigi Mario, right?
Exactly.
Like, so it's,
that's why they're the Mario brothers.
I don't know. That doesn't really sound super Italian.
But, like, he's doing the voice. Does he need to be Italian to do the... Like, are people going to listen to... I'm Italian. So, like, are people listening to me right now? Like, I can tell that guy sounds Italian.
Yeah. What about the guy that's done his voice for the video games all these years? Which just like, woohoo!
Exactly.
Is he Italian?
And he's like, it's offensively Italian the way he does. It's a me!
Well, yeah, he does that hand gesture, and he's like tossing dough when he's making pizza when he does it. So,
and the folklore I grew up with, the Mario folklore that I grew up with, was that Mario and Luigi lived in Brooklyn.
Right.
Yeah.
So they're not even like off the boat Italian people.
Oh my gosh.
Captain Lou Albano. Was he Italian? I don't know that he was. Maybe he was.
Lou Albano, one of the greatest wrestling managers of all time.
Right.
He's Italian. But also, what about the 1993 classic hit film?
Is Bob Hoskins Italian?
Bob Hoskins and John Leguizamo, not Italian.
Yeah,
one
Bob
is English,
Hoskins.
the other one is Puerto Rican.
And they were really, that movie was dog crap.
So bad.
Yes.
But so bad.
Those two were good actors. They did the roles well. It was just a terrible movie.
But the movie was so bad, and they hated doing it so much, they would drink every day on set. So they're giving like drunk performances, which I probably would do too. But who's the other guy, the bad guy that played Koopa?
Dennis
Hopper.
Yeah.
Yes. Mm-hmm. I first saw him in the movie Speed. He scared me, but then Speed and Super Mario Brothers probably came out around the same time, didn't it?
Close.
Yeah.
They're very
Close.
close together.
Not too far apart, but yeah, that movie did not follow the video game at all.
Anyway, and I have read that Dennis Hopper was getting into screaming matches with the director because they were changing the script as they were going. Like, just mid-scene,
really?
they're like, you know what, no, let's do this instead. And he was flipping out.
Well, probably because he was
through
drunk.
The whole production.
He was probably drunk.
Probably had to be at that point.
Oh, my gosh, absolutely. I'm like, we're doing what?
I would love to have Michael Palmenderi for 5 more hours, but unfortunately we are going to run out of time here. So don't forget, tomorrow night, Hope and Anchor. I'm on the show. More importantly, Michael Palmenderi, Adam Burke on the show, and Lauren
Vino and Scott Galvin are on the show. Remember, Hope and Anchor, 8 p.m., $5 cover. Give them a call, 815-633-2552.
Support local comedy.
He's not even reading off a paper. I just want you to know that came all from memory.
Yeah, it's
I'm an actor.
Good.
I memorize lines quickly.
Very good. Well, we hope to see you out there.
I can't say the phone number for our radio station without reading it over there. I say it 5 times a day.
Well, Kevin can't add, and he also can't turn on a microphone. So between the three of us, we'll make sure we get people out there.
We're doing great.
We're success stories.
It's Morning X, powered by Expert Electronics, your car audio and tint headquarters. Back on Monday, half to 10 after 10 o'clock.
It went downhill from there.
104.9 The Morning X.